So we're back. We were talking earlier about movies. No, we weren't talking about movies. Shit. We were talking about music. We were talking about trends. We're talking a little bit about television because when you're in school, I mean, you do your homework, you come home, and you watch TV. At least that's what I did. Video games, maybe hang out with my friends. Lots of masturbation. Anyway, so TV. Let's talk about TV a little bit. Let's go ahead and start with Jelani. Are there some 90s shows you want to bring up or talk about?
There are a lot of 90s shows I love.
Throw out some and we'll have a
I hate to say this, but I was an Urkel kid.
Right on, man.
I love Family Matters, man.
TGIF.
TGIF, Step by Step.
Family Matters, man.
Family Matters was perfect, man. That's Reginald Bill Johnson. That's the sidekick.
He plays the cop in like everything.
Well, yeah, he's the cop in everything.
But
he was the cop in Die Hard.
Yeah.
He was awesome. I loved it. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, dude.
Awesome
that was
show.
a great show.
The 90s were really good for sitcoms.
Yeah, it really
Oh,
was. Yeah. Actually, Full House. Like, those actual TV shows that had, like, family structures. That had, like, family values.
Yeah, there was a bad...
They were like, we have to morally take people together.
Don't
and
do
it felt
drugs.
good. And it was, like, warm-hearted and lighthearted. That's what the 90s were.
Yeah.
We were very lighthearted back then. Sure, some dark things happened, like Columbine and stuff like that. And I want to bring that up in a poppy place, but you have to say it like the '90s embodied a lot of things. It was very upbeat, and that's what sitcoms were. Seinfeld, I mean, gorgeous '90s shows.
Seinfeld was legendary.
Yeah, dude,
That's classic. I mean,
gosh,
Friends.
That's probably the most... Seinfeld's probably the most successful show
iconic.
in the 90s,
Yeah.
right?
It's
As far as
iconic.
success.
Maybe Friends.
Friends
yeah.
rivalry.
I think Seinfeld beat Friends.
Oh, did it?
Whoa, it
Yeah,
did.
I mean Seinfeld made shit ton of money. So did Friends, but like they in Seinfeld they begged them, they offered them more money to come back, and they didn't. You know?
Yeah, we're done.
That's it.
But dude, Friends and Seinfeld dominated sitcoms in the
Yeah,
90s.
NBC dominated.
It was
And
NBC.
now NBC, I couldn't even
NBC
tell you.
Thursday night.
On NBC, yep.
You're saved by the bell, my friend.
Saved by the
I was
Bell.
gonna bring it up because it's so '90s.
That is,
It's something Robbie loves
Even
more. Dude.
grown men
Yeah,
watch Saved by the Bell.
it was Saved by the Bell.
Even
Kelly
grown men watch
Kapowski.
Saved by the Bell.
Kelly Kapowski was everywhere.
Kelly Kapowski.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell, man.
Yeah, who didn't want to be Zach? He was just so
That's
suave. He had the cool hair. You wanted to hang out at that restaurant they always
Lisa.
hung out at.
They were all
The Max.
Yeah.
It
The
was
Max.
ridiculous show, but
I
yeah,
loved
what was
it,
it?
man.
Belding? Was that the principal's name?
Yeah,
Principal
Belding.
Belding.
Oh, dude, I Saved by the Bell
It's awesome.
is. I don't know if I'm getting me here.
Yeah,
but
you're
Saved by the
getting
Bell
me.
is one of my absolute
He's
favorite
himself.
TV shows from the 90s when I was a kid. There's a lot of stuff like Tiny Toons, Animaniacs.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of animated
Some
shows.
90s.
Really, DuckTales,
DuckTales.
Tailspin, Chippendale,
Shark
all that
Boys,
shit.
yeah.
Saved by the Bell was so cool because, like John said, I wanted to be Zach Morris when I grew, and all I want to be when I grew up, still to date. I'm 34 years old. Robbie, what do you want to do when you finally grow up? I want to be Zach Morris. So far, so good, I think. So far, so good.
All right. Then.
So you're gonna be on a bad cop show.
No, not
You're gonna be Franklin and the Bash.
not put Mark Paul Gossamer or whatever the fuck, but Zach Morris, man.
Wow.
Yeah, cool hair.
You don't want to be
Cool
Screech
girl.
in jail for stabbing somebody. Stabbed a prostitute with a rusty
Screech.
penknife.
You actually want to be AC Slater because if you look at Mario Lopez lately,
He's got
He's had a pretty
dude
good
hasn't
career.
aged.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Picard. He
Yeah,
doesn't, or
he doesn't
Sting.
age.
He doesn't age. It must be yoga.
And tantric sex. I have no idea.
I was gonna bring up too. Fox had that the duo 90210 and Melrose Place.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't watch, but
Nope.
I knew
The
it
Heights.
was. Oh man, it was very.
How
popular.
do you
My
talk
girlfriend loved
to
90210.
an angel?
Dude, I watched 90210.
Everybody watched that.
Never
Like,
watched an
no
episode,
lie.
But my girlfriend loved it.
Really?
Nope.
I got addicted
That
to
was
that
so
when I was in
trashy.
middle school because I thought
Yeah.
that was what high school was.
I
And
was
when I
like-
got to high school,
You were
Scott,
sadly disappointed.
I was disappointed.
I was bartending, man.
But my love for sideburns, I do believe, started with 90210.
Well, they changed the style of the way everybody in America wanted
Yeah,
to look.
it's true.
Simple as that. I mean, they changed. Every dude wanted a haircut, like Dylan or what's his name, Jason
Jason
Priestley. I
Priestley.
mean,
Who would
everybody
play
wanted to look
Brandon.
like one of those
Brandon,
guys.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the one guy that nobody wanted to look like is the guy that just did Sharknado. Oh, hell no. That's the one dude that
That was
nobody...
a thing.
I don't want to be the curly-headed blonde kid. You know?
Ian
Oh, yeah.
Searing.
No one got a
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
perm.
Ian
Searing.
Searing, yeah, and he was like the jock of the show,
Yeah, he
man.
was.
He
Yeah.
thinks he's the shit now, man. Because it's like, dude, no, those aren't real
I'm
movies.
doing Sharknado movies.
People watch that shit because
No,
it's fucking
man.
goofy.
It's
You know,
all-
it's not that you're great. Don't...
Not at all. Don't get no. Oh, sci-fi. Sci-fi is special.
Is there any other shows you want to talk about there, Scott?
90 shows, Batman the animated series.
Of course.
Yes.
That's it.
That was
honestly
the
think that was
end.
the best
Kevin
animated
Conroy is
show.
the,
Yeah.
the Batman voice.
That's the. I mean,
That is
I still
Batman.
watch that to this day. X-Files was really good.
Yeah.
What else? SG-1 was good.
It was.
I like that stuff. Star Trek Next Generation.
Babylon 5.
Really good show. Babylon 5, Farscape, all the
Yeah,
sci-fi
dude.
shows for a nerd that you could ask for, man. And then reality TV kicks in. That changes everything again.
Right.
Yeah, it did.
Love it still to this day. I'm
Survivor,
a reality
you
TV
were
junkie.
saying?
I watch that.
Yeah.
I watch it like junk food for my brain. You know,
It's
I just
awesome.
90s were great for TV, man.
It
Hercules,
really
the
was.
Legendary Journeys, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end it with that.
Cena.
You know,
Now, did that kick off in the 90s with the real world?
Yeah.
I mean, this whole
It
trend.
did.
yeah, Real World
Everything.
first,
Real
then
World was
Survivor.
Yeah.
But it was
That
always
was
watching
MTV was a
that,
real
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I watched a lot
Yeah.
of Real World.
the first season of Real World, first couple seasons of Real World were really more of a social experiment than a TV show. You know, nowadays it's how much alcohol can you get a bunch of 20-somethings to consume in a
That's
night.
it.
Yes.
You know, and how many
Yeah.
of them can go to
That's
jail?
it.
Who
That
can
started like with Hawaii. I
who's wearing
believe, yeah.
panties? Who's not? You know, it's not about any sort of social experiment or bringing people together.
It's MTV in general. They want that crash reality television.
Season
now.
1 was about making
But-
me understand you and you understand
Yeah.
me.
Singled out. Does
Oh,
anyone remember
single
Singled
guy.
Out?
Yeah, Jenny McCarthy.
Oh my
the-
gosh!
Carson.
That was
The
everyone's
white
dream.
dude with the
Yeah, Chris
middle
Hardwick.
part in his hair.
Chris Hardwick
yeah.
is doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah,
Actually,
he
he's got
is.
another
The
podcast.
Talking
I
Dead.
love.
Yeah, he does the
that
Talking
Midnight.
Does he
Dead.
do
He
the
does
Talking
at midnight.
Dead?
Yeah,
Oh,
at midnight.
He's awesome.
He's done really well
He's
for
at
himself. since then.
Nurse.com.
Yeah.
Guys, listen to him if you have a chance. That shit's awesome.
Robbie?
Yes.
Some shows you wanted to talk about in particular besides
Martin!
Batman. I know you want to talk about Batman animated series. You already brought it up.
Well, you guys really brought up some good stuff. Saved by the Bells, Batman, Seinfeld.
Say about the bells.
Saved by the
the
Bells.
sequel.
In
90210. You know, I was a big fan of 90210.
Yeah, dude.
I can't deny it. TGIF. Anything on TGIF. Perfect Strangers, Step by Step, Sabrina, whatever. Speaking of Sabrina, Clarissa explains it all.
She does explain it all.
Those,
She did it, yeah.
Those 90s Nickelodeon game shows.
Blossom.
Like Blossom.
I love
Double.
Whoa.
Wait.
Whoa.
Come on, like
Whoa.
double family,
The
double
Broken
dare,
Arrow.
double dare.
Like Double Dare or
Oh, yeah, Double
Legends
Dare.
of the Hidden Temple or Guts.
Double Dare was like
Yeah.
American Ninja Warrior for kids, man.
Yes, it was.
It really was.
I loved it. ER was really big.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up
ER
watching
was
that.
huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Twin Peaks.
Yes, Twin Peaks.
It's really good. And how about, you already mentioned X-Files, but what about Star Trek Deep Space Nine?
Best
Or
Star Trek
or
show.
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah, Next Generation
said that.
started in the, it started in the 80s, ended in the 90s,
Still
but
the
DS9 was all in the 90s, and that's,
I like
that's
DS9.
one of the
Yeah,
best.
DS9
Yeah,
is
it's, I think it's better than TNG.
Had Hawk from Spencer for Hire,
Really?
man.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like Cisco. He's awesome. But yeah. He's a
Now,
thing.
do you guys have a top 3 you want to talk about? Like you just said,
Absolutely.
definitively.
Top 3 TV
These are my
shows.
favorite 3. I'm actually gonna start
About
with
TV
Scott
shows.
this time.
Uh,
Do you have a top 3? Like these are my favorite shows of the 90s. I still watch them. Have a
Batman
passion for these
animated
shows.
series, for sure. X-Files. And just based on what I've watched the most recently and enjoyed, SG-1.
Stargate?
Yeah, I watched it all.
With MacGyver.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
absolutely.
say.
Okay.
Yeah. That's,
I've never
that's-
seen that.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great show, man. I watched it all the way straight through in one big binge watch, like 4 or 5 seasons of it, and loved it.
Awesome.
Loved it. Didn't like all the offshoot shows, Stargate Atlantis and all that crap.
Yeah.
But
Aquaman was in that one. How appropriate.
Right. I didn't watch a lot of that, but just the base series, man. I
Stargate
really liked it.
SUV or SVU or they make a
SVU.
spin off. Law and
SVU.
Order
Yes.
Stargate.
Yes.
We're gonna drive these
Stargate
trucks
Special
through these
Victim
Stargates.
Well, actually, that was a good one.
All those rapes going on in those Stargates.
Stargates.
We gotta get in there.
Nice.
Robbie,
Top 3, number 3, Batman animated series. Like, best interpretation of Batman ever, and that includes comic books.
It does.
Number 2, Seinfeld.
Wait, how can you have a better interpretation?
The animated series is better than any comic book interpretation of Batman.
It really is.
It really is.
Blasphemy.
Paul Dini, Bruce Timm.
Dude,
Alan
that's
Burnett.
the best
Mark
story. It's
Hamill
the basic
is a joke.
story.
They did
of
Mr.
Batman.
Freeze the best.
They made
I'll
Ra's
give you
al
that.
Ghul
I'll give you the
a
Yeah.
legitimate
Yeah.
villain. They made
Absolutely.
him a Ra's al Ghul a legitimate villain. He
Yes.
was a great villain, but that show brought
Harley
him out.
Quinn, man.
Yeah,
They
Harley
created-
Quinn.
Oh,
They
they
created
created Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn didn't exist.
Mr. Freeze.
I mean, awesome.
Clayface.
Killer Croc. You liked
Man,
Clayface.
Yeah, you liked all of those.
You liked
did.
them all.
Man-Bat. All of
Yeah.
them. The Penguin.
Yep.
Yeah.
They introduced them the best. It was made.
Dude,
For you
Two-Face,
every
Joker,
day?
Mark Hamill is the Joker, Kevin Conroy is
come
Batman.
on.
Do you feel like
can't
they
beat
kind
it.
of kept it in theme with Tim Burton's
I love that.
early
show.
Oh, yeah.
Batman work?
It was
That was the
influenced
intent.
by
I
it.
wish
do
we
too.
could just
Influenced
talk
by
about
it.
this. I
I
wish
do
there
too.
was
They
a
even
show
used that
about
music
Batman
from-
the animated
I felt like
series.
it was very connected to that. His way he
That's
portrayed
awesome.
the villains.
Yeah.
Is almost heartbreaking stories. It's
love
like,
it.
yeah, you know, Oswald Cobblepot's a dick. He's a bad guy, and he's gonna probably shred some people and feed them to polar bears, wherever the fuck he does. But he's a pretty
Right.
disturbed, hurt, sad fella inside all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
Dora.
And Burton does that. Tim Burton
Yeah.
did that. You know.
I like of that the Riddler.
Oh,
If
the
you're so
Riddler's good,
smart,
yeah.
if you're so smart,
If you're
why aren't
so
you
smart,
rich?
why aren't
Yeah.
you rich? A great episode.
It's
best-
an episode
dude,
and the riddle.
Do you remember the
I
title
love
cards?
this. Yeah.
The title cards they would have? Okay. That's just my number 3. Number 2, Seinfeld. I just rewatched Seinfeld all the way through. Seinfeld is so funny. It holds up. Like, Seinfeld is great.
Where'd you get that? The jerk store? I pulled that line on my wife the other night. She said some dumb shit to me and come back. I'm like, oh yeah? Where'd you get that shit? The jerk store? She was like,
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. I'm like, yeah, you do.
Number 1, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm a
Great
huge fan
show.
of that show. Huge fan of that show.
shit ain't even started
Favorite
yet.
show of all time. Favorite 90s show, obviously.
It is.
Thank you guys
Great show.
for listening.
He loves his Joss Whedon, guys.
Yeah, I do. Buffy.
Delaney,
Yes,
the 3, in your opinion.
My 3, in my opinion.
Best
I
shows
wrote
of the
them down
90s.
because I love them. They're mostly comedies because I mean they're funny as crap. I've got Living Color and Living Color.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, dude.
I'm disappointed in myself. I
Like,
missed that.
That was our Sunday night. That was my family's Sunday night thing. We would watch it together. How raunchy it was. Homie the Clown. We watched every episode of the first 2 seasons on Fox.
Yep.
Married with Children
Yep.
is number 2 for me. Because
80s and bleeds into the 90s.
but it doesn't like, I don't know, it was the rawest show on TV. It was a dysfunctional family at its worst.
Yeah.
And I love that stuff. And like my last one is once again another Fox show. I love Fox for some reason. I don't know.
Fox was good in the 90s,
Fox
man.
was really good in the 90s. They started in the 90s, didn't they? Or the 80s, the
They
early
started in the
80s.
80s, yeah.
They started in the 80s, but the 90s
But-
definitely seemed to be more risky than the other companies.
Martin.
They would take more.
I love Martin Lawrence.
Martin!
I love that stuff, man. I love that show.
I
was
watched that when I
raunchy
was
as
in the
crap. I
hospital
love it.
earlier this year. I watched like 3 hours of Martin one night.
I do, man.
It was
What's his name?
glorious.
His name?
Shanae.
Shanae.
Yeah.
Which was him in drag.
Of course.
But
What?
it's still hilarious.
That's acceptable.
Although you're dead. Oh no, you're dead.
Wait a minute.
Shanae.
So you're telling me I've been
Nah.
jacking it to Martin and drag?
Pretty much, man.
Favorite
I didn't know
Martin?
you like drag, man. It's cool. I mean, any movie does, man. It's cool.
No, that show is hilarious. For a
It's
while,
awesome.
when I used to, Robbie and I go to the gym, but before he started with me, the nights I would go, it was always Martin reruns.
Right.
And I would just laugh my ass off while trying to work out because I forgot how funny that show is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a while. It's
Do you
hilarious.
understand, like, it was a cultural phenomenon for Martin Lawrence to be that big, but there were a lot of 90s comics that were great, like Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Chris Rock made it big in the Saturday Night Live. Chris Farley made it big in the 90s. Like
SNL was a
SNL
big deal in
was
the 90s,
huge.
man.
It was a thing. And, like,
It should
it was
still be a
actually
thing.
funny. It's not.
It's not,
Guys,
that should be.
listen, I love NBC. I love NBC. But, guys, stop SNL right now. Where it is.
You don't
let
like the kid from Good
Just
Burger?
let it go.
Actually,
no.
he's one of the
and
few,
all that.
he's
no,
one of the
I'm
few
good.
good things.
He cracks
It's all
me.
right.
He's one of the few good things the show has going for it.
It has, I mean...
I think
but
he's one of the
yeah,
funnier
he
guys
does.
on the
He's
show.
hilarious.
He
He
does.
is
I think
hilarious.
he's one of the more talented. Now, do they give him stereotypical
He's-
skits? Sure. But he's
He
still
gets
one of
a
the funniest
lot,
guys on the
and
show.
He's Al Sharpton big when Al Sharpton...
Or Oprah. He's whatever black character they need, man. He's very universal,
Because he's got to be the standard
You know.
black guy, which is fine.
But they,
That's
but
okay.
but he's
what?
funny doing
He
it.
is funny doing it. He was great in all that. All that, great 90s show as well. I love
Not a
it.
great SNL cast right now.
What about you, John?
I'm going to talk about. We're talking about SNL. There was a writer that eventually got his own show on HBO.
Conan O'Brien.
Yeah,
Conan I do
of course.
love, but also another writer
Okay.
who created the Matt Foley motivational speaker skit. Who wrote that skit for Chris Farley? Bob Odenkirk. Him and David Cross had a
Mr. Show.
called Mr. Show on HBO.
Mr. Show is hilarious.
And it was hilarious.
It's one continuous joke.
And Odenkirk also gave
one
Mr.
joke.
Show by far my favorite show. And it was a skit show on HBO. And my other favorite show from the '90s was he didn't discover this person, but gave this person his own show, a musical act called Tenacious D. And this show subsequently followed
Jack
Mr.
Black.
Show. It was a back-to-back thing. And Mr. Show was hilarious, but also Tenacious D. I love Jack Black.
Yeah.
I actually saw them live, and they're fucking hilarious
Of
in
course
person.
yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't think like their musical
Improvisational
act.
music is
Yeah,
awesome.
and they're actually musically.
You can
they're
tell
actually
they're
awesome
jam.
musicians.
You can tell
Hugh
they
Kyle
do.
is amazing
Yeah.
on top. And the last one I would throw out there, and this show was underrated and was short-lived. The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
I knew you were going to mention it.
Sci-fi
That was going to be
western
my number 3
with
show.
Bruce Campbell.
But I was like, I knew
yeah,
you'd
Robbie
do
and I have
this.
met Bruce, friend of the show.
He's
Great
awesome.
guy.
Yeah, he's a
Great
friend
guy.
of the show.
He's
Sure,
not a
say
friend
that.
of the show. We've met him. He's a great guy.
Personally.
Maybe we'll have him on the show sometime.
I drank
Maybe he'll
some-
take the spot that Timothy Dalton.
That's a dream. Please,
Yeah.
Bruce, come to the
Bruce,
show.
if you're there, yeah, you can come
Come
promote
on, man.
your
Bruce,
new
come on, man.
your new Evil Dead show.
Please, we're nerds. We love you.
Those are some good ones.